This is Dan and Alex, two Russian tortoises, Horsfield's tortoises, Central Asian tortoises, or toad tortoises. It's complicated. In today's episode, Dan and Alex are going to help us learn what makes a tortoise a tortoise. These guys are found from the Caspian Sea south through Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Their natural habitat is arid, barren places such as deserts, xeric or very dry shrublands, and temperate grassland biomes. The winters in these areas can be particularly cold and harsh, with temperatures well below freezing. So wait. These tortoises live in areas that get well below freezing. So how do they survive if they're reptiles and ectothermic? Ectothermic means they rely on the external environment to regulate their body temperature. They survive by hibernating. Hibernation is just like a really long, cozy winter nap. In hibernation, their body temperature is lowered and their breathing and heart rate slow down. Hibernation protects the animal from cold and reduces the need for food in a season where food is really hard to find. In the wild, the Russian tortoise has a particularly short period of activity, sometimes just 3 months per year. The burrow it digs can be as deep as 6 feet, where it retreats during the midday heat and at night, only emerging to forage at dawn or dusk when temperatures drop. The depth of its burrow also helps to insulate the tortoise from the cold of winter. These tortoises are quite social, and they'll visit nearby burrows, and sometimes several will spend the night in one burrow. Russian tortoises lay 2 to 6 eggs, and the little baby tortoises are independent as soon as they're born or hatch. These guys live over 50 years in captivity. These funny-looking tortoise legs might not be able to walk very fast, but they sure can dig. This species differs from all other tortoises in that it has 4, not 5 toes on its forelimbs, which gives it a further common name, the four-toed tortoise. A tortoise is not like a hermit crab. It can't take off its shell. Tortoises have both an exoskeleton and an endoskeleton. Their shell, the tortoise's exo or outside skeleton, is in 3 main parts: the carapace on top, the plastron on the bottom, and the bridge that joins these pieces together. Every tortoise has ribs, a spine, and a collarbone inside its shell. It gets pretty squished inside of that shell. In order for their head to go in like that, they have to exhale the air that is in their lungs. They can make sort of a hissing sound. So what's the difference between turtles and tortoises? All tortoises are in fact turtles, being that they all belong to the same order, but not all turtles are tortoises. It really all comes down to where they live. You can get some pretty good clues based on how they're structured. Do you see legs for walking and long claws for digging? Or webbed feet or flippers for swimming is a good place to start. Tortoises can't swim. Russian tortoises are herbivores. They're plant eaters. They eat grasses, flowers, fruits, twigs, and the leaves and stems of both native and cultivated plants. Dan and Alex love prickly pear and hibiscus. If you're still here liking this video, you can show your support by hitting that like button, and most importantly, please subscribe, right? Their population status is vulnerable. A vulnerable species is a species that is threatened with extinction unless the circumstances that are threatening its survival and reproduction improve. This species has been exploited heavily for food and for the pet trade. Habitat degradation and destruction due to warfare, livestock grazing, farming, and development all contribute to the decline of the Russian tortoise. If you choose to have one of these guys as pets, do your homework. Make sure that they're captive bred and not wild-caught animals. If you want to learn more about animals, you can check out this video next.
Hey, don't go too far, Dan.